Ah, the medieval era. A time of knights, castles, and mysterious deaths? You bet. As history would have it, the Middle Ages weren't just filled with epic battles and grand feasts. Oh no, this was also a period where kings met their untimely and often suspicious ends. Curious to dive into the strange tales of medieval kings who vanished under mysterious circumstances? Let's journey back in time, uncovering the secrets behind these royal deaths that still baffle historians today. And remember, some of these stories are so bizarre that you'll wonder if they were ripped straight out of a Game of Thrones script. Before we dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of our historical mysteries. Our first tale takes us to the heart of medieval England in 1483. Young King Edward V and his brother Richard of Shrewsbury, ages 12 and 9, were imprisoned in the Tower of London by their uncle, the notorious Richard III.
The boys were never seen again. Did I murder my nephews to secure my place on the throne, or did they manage to escape only to vanish into the shadows of history?
Theories range from cold-blooded assassination to secret rescues by loyalists. But to this day, their fate remains one of England's most enduring mysteries. Picture this, it's 1100, and King William II is out hunting in the New Forest when suddenly he's struck by an arrow. Accident, they said. But was it really?
His brother Henry just happened to be in the area and quickly claimed the throne. Coincidence? Or the perfect setup?
Some historians whisper that it was a well-orchestrated assassination disguised as a hunting mishap. As for William, his body was abandoned in the woods, only to be carried away in a humble cart. It's not exactly the royal send-off one might expect. Edward II's death in 1327 is the stuff of nightmares and conspiracy theories.
Official records state that he died in captivity after being deposed by his wife, Queen Isabella, and her lover, Roger Mortimer.
But rumors abound that he was murdered in a particularly brutal manner, something involving a red-hot poker. Ouch! However, alternative accounts suggest Edward may have actually escaped and lived the rest of his days in secret. Now, wouldn't that make for a good medieval thriller? Good old King John, who's infamous for losing the crown jewels in quicksand, also has a mysterious death story. In 1216, he fell seriously ill while traveling. Some claim he was poisoned by monks angry about his disputes with the church, while others argue it was dysentery that did him in. What's the truth? All we know is that John left behind a kingdom in chaos. A fitting end for a king who was famously unpopular, wouldn't you say? In 1286, King Alexander III of Scotland had what seemed to be a simple accident. But was it really? On a stormy night, he was racing back to his new bride when he plunged off a cliff. The official story: he lost his way in the darkness, but whispers of foul play have lingered. Some say his enemies arranged for the king to be misguided. The result? A crisis that left Scotland on the brink of war. Harold II, the last Anglo-Saxon king of England, is famously said to have died at the Battle of Hastings in 1066, shot in the eye by an arrow. Or did he? Some medieval accounts suggest that Harold survived the battle and lived as a hermit. It's a wild tale, right? Imagine the King of England living anonymously in the countryside while the Normans took over his realm. Edmund II, nicknamed Ironside for his valor, faced off with the invading Danes in 1016. But just when it seemed he might have secured the throne, he died abruptly. Rumor has it he was stabbed while using the toilet. How's that for an undignified end? Others say he was betrayed by his own followers. Either way, his death conveniently cleared the way for Danish rule in England. Finally, let's talk about Charles VI, also known as Charles the Mad. Throughout his reign, Charles was plagued by episodes of paranoia and delusion, even believing he was made of glass. In 1422, after years of mental instability, he died under rather peculiar circumstances. Was it natural causes, as the records suggest, or did his enemies finally get to him? The debate rages on, but one thing's for sure: Charles's reign was as chaotic as his mind. So, what do you think, dear reader? Were these kings victims of foul play, accidents, or just plain bad luck? The medieval period was rife with power struggles, betrayals, and deadly secrets, making it a golden age for conspiracy theories. And while we may never know the full truth behind these royal deaths, they certainly add a layer of intrigue to history. Imagine if these kings could speak from the grave. What secrets would they reveal? Now that's a story worth listening to, isn't it? If you enjoyed this journey through medieval mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. What do you think happened to these kings? Let us know your theories.